It is known that identity is an important developmental milestone in adolescence. Identity can simply be defined as a person's stable, coherent, and integrated sense of self. That is, who one is and what one stands for as a member of society.
I found this topic very difficult to dive deep into at the beginning. I could provide a simple answer that I am spontaneous, silly, empathetic, I'm a dreamer, a woman who feels emotions very deeply. I could say I am a daughter, a sister, and a friend. I would hope people view me as happy, hardworking, and dedicated in society. I would tell people that I am a small town girl, an athlete, a university graduate, and a traveler. However, the deeper, more meaningful answer really should be derived from why and how I see myself, as I just described. Specifically, how has my past and my ancestors shaped who I am? What have I experienced through my life that has shaped my identity? And lastly, how will my current identity shape my future self? First, I will use my ancestors' family tree book to reflect on my identity. Then, strangely, I will talk about white squirrels in relation to my upbringing and my days as a youth adolescent student. After, I will display some of my favorite travel journal pages to get a deeper meaning to other communities and experiences. While discussing these artifacts, I will elaborate on how each of them have shaped who I am, my identity, and how I will be when I become a future teacher. My first artifact is a family tree book that I have from my mom's side of the family. I can show you the book and the information inside. However, when completing the project, I've realized that there is a lot of information that myself and my family don't know about our history. I think the lack of information is just as much my identity as if I did know it. When I came to this realization, I sought out peer review articles to learn more about the impact and relationship between knowledge of family history, development, and identity. One particular article, called The Relationship Between Identity, Development, and Family History Knowledge by Clive Gordon Hayden, supports the Ontario Ministry of Education Social Studies curriculum, which covers the importance of family history, heritage, and identity. Unfortunately, I do not have a great understanding of my specific family history and the impact. However, in general, from the little information the book has provided me, I have learned that my maternal grandfather's family moved to Quebec in 1847. And then they moved on to farmland in southern Ontario. During these times, there was the creation of the British North American Act, as well as the time of the Loyalist immigration, according to the Canadian Encyclopedia. Unfortunately, I do not know exactly why and where my ancestors immigrated from, and I can only make general assumptions. The three main points that I can take away from this artifact are as follows. My family were immigrants once, my ancestors played a part in colonization of Canada, and I have a Scottish heritage. These small conclusions I have drawn from the family tree book is that a part of my identity is that I am a colonialist. Maybe not firsthand, but my ancestors took a part in doing so. Moving forward, I must take this into consideration when living my life and as a teacher. For example, I need to be aware of the generational effects on the Aboriginal learners in my class. From reflecting on my ancestral history, or lack thereof, and a focus on the history of white settlers in Canada, I know that the lack of knowledge of my family in particular affects my sense of identity. However, I am able to fill the gaps and make general assumptions through literature on my Canadian history. I understand the importance of knowing your ancestry in order to solidify an autonomous identity. And as an educator, I will be consistent in covering Ontario Ministry of Education Social Studies curriculum. However, like I said, I must consider my history when teaching. My second artifact is a white squirrel. I grew up in a small town called Exeter, Ontario. When you first arrive to the town, you'll be greeted by a sign that says, "Welcome to Exeter, home of the white squirrel." Some people don't believe it when they hear white squirrel, or that it's impossible, or that they are albino.